Hi. So I think we're going to start in just another minute. Thank you for joining us. To answer that question just now, I was muted. Um, uh, yes. So this is going to be done like a webinar style, a seminar style, meaning I'll be the one who's going to speak for today's session. Usually when we have classes, though, just to let you know, we do let students and teachers have their screens turned on. They can speak to each other. But for today's session, because we have more than just a couple of students, we just want to make it a more webinar style. So I'm the only one to speak today. Yeah. But do you have any questions? You can throw down in the Q&A section, the question and answer, and someone will get to you there. Thank you for asking that. Okay, I guess we'll start. Welcome to Minecraft Education Edition with Empire Code. My name is Aaron. I'm a gamification curriculum creator at Empire Code, meaning I do a lot of game stuff. Over here, I create a curriculum for Minecraft, Roblox, in case you guys are interested, and we're also working on Unity. Typically, Unity is for at least in teenage or a bit older. But if you are interested in something like Unity or Roblox, do let us know. So just a quick little thing about us. This is Empire Code. We teach coding to all ages. We teach the mindset, the philosophy of coding and coding languages for industry use. So we simplify coding, but also we teach industry level coding. So we teach a broad range of students from age to older people. We teach everywhere. We teach at our centers, our schools, like local schools, international schools, overseas, philanthropies, and also organizations. We also provide coding exchange programs for foreign students. We've hosted people from Japan, Vietnam, just to name a couple. We've also been to a lot of Southeast Asia countries to do teaching, to educate everyone about programming. Okay. So, like I said, I develop curriculum. We have an in-house curriculum designer by industry standard um, staff. So they all have done work in the coding industry. So they developed the curriculum for us, and teachers, like myself included, we teach those curriculum. Um, we also are registered MOE schools for MOE schools, meaning that we are registered in Singapore to teach, officially recognized by the government. We are also a Microsoft global training partner, so we do a lot of teaching for them. We are outsourced to Microsoft to teach overseas, even in locally. We also do international competitions. We have a competition about Roblox coming up soon in 2 months. If you guys are interested, I know this is about Minecraft today, but if you are interested in Roblox, you've done some Roblox scripting before, maybe you could let us know. It's a prize pool of about $1,500. So if you are interested in joining our Roblox competition, you're building a map, and it needs coding, it needs some creativity. If you're interested, let us know. We do international competitions with, companies like Microsoft and Google, or other government ministries. But yes, so today is about Minecraft Education Edition. Can I get a raise of hands who has played Minecraft before? So, yeah, we got a couple. We got a lot of people. Basically, yeah, a lot of people has played Minecraft Education before. Nice. So Education Edition is in case you haven't played Education Edition, it is basically the same with some extra items, but also missing some other items. So for example, it's updated until the B update, if you're familiar, meaning if you're not familiar, it's just an update that came out about 9 months ago. There's like bees in Minecraft now. They do, honey blocks, those kind of things. But there's no netherite blocks. So if you're looking for netherite blocks, it's not updated yet, but I'm sure it'll come eventually. So Minecraft Education Edition is bought by Microsoft in the last 3 years, I think, from Mojang. So Mojang obviously is the original creator of Minecraft. He published it and then he sold it to Microsoft. So what Microsoft is doing right now is changing it to like an education platform. So we're going to go through what this means, but the idea is that you get to create classrooms or games or worlds that to educate other people about, whatever you want to educate them about. Um, so there's unlimited creativity and fun in the world of Minecraft. So again, you can play the game like you normally do in survival mode, adventure mode, creative mode, with even extra blocks, minus netherite, for example. But it's basically the same game. But what there is coding. So if you've done anything like Scratch before, Tinker, yeah, oh cool. Some people are raising their hands. So that is very similar to the coding in Minecraft Education Edition. So it's block-based programming to learn about programming. Yeah. So there's also some cool items like chemistry items. We won't talk about them specifically today, maybe in the future, but they are just blocks that you can create really cool things like a glow stick, balloons. Yeah, there's balloons in Education Edition. There's TNTs, sorry, underwater TNTs. So you can build TNTs that can blow up under the water. That's one of those cool things. I don't think it's in an original version, but you could tell me if it is in the Q&A. I don't think it is though. So there's all sorts of different things. You also learn how to collaborate as a team. So a lot of our projects can be, for fun, but also you learn how to build together as a team. So you can join each other's worlds. I know you can do PvP maps. I've got a lot of PvP maps for my students, so we have a lot of fun there. But the idea is that we get to create big worlds. If we have time, I could show you a couple of cool creations. But so yeah, the idea is you create a world together, not just yourself. But also, finally, there's a whole abundance sorts of lessons already inside Minecraft Education Edition. So instead of just playing the game, here at Empire Code, we want to tell people to not just play the game, but to become content creators themselves. Like you see a lot of like YouTubers, Twitch streamers, a lot of them, they're playing the games, but we also want to create those games. So Minecraft Education Edition is a great platform to do that. And you can publish your games or your worlds to a platform led by Microsoft. It's called Microsoft. It's like a Minecraft.Microsoft. You can look it up on Google. It's a platform where you can upload your worlds and you can play around with other people's worlds, which I'll show you as well. So about this webinar, we're going to go through quickly. I know you guys all play Minecraft a little bit, but in case you haven't, I'm going to go quickly with the navigation, the controlling of the system, and then we're building a quick house just to demonstrate the building, and then finally, the most important thing is the coding. So how that is going to work with us, we'll see. All right, so on that note, let's just jump into Minecraft. Oh, I forgot to mention, for this session, we are webinar style, so you don't have to, or we advise you not to, follow along in the game. You can just sit, relax, and watch while I do the work. So this is my Minecraft education account. People that join us will obviously be given an account to play with. But for today's session, we will just do on my account. Today's session, someone asked, will be about 30 minutes from now. Yeah, so 30 minutes. All right, so over here we have a couple of costumes you can pick from. I am gonna go ahead with this guy. He reminds me of Dumbledore, if you know him from Harry Potter, or just a plain wizard, I guess. So I'm gonna stick with this guy. But there's a lot of skins, pre-built skins. So you can just take a quick peek at some of them. Okay, so once you're done, we're gonna go to play. I just want to show you, like I said at the start of the video, that Microsoft has created a platform for all content creators to submit. You can see some of these submissions in this category called library. So if you click on library, you can see, let's see, lessons. So if you create like a world that you want to show off, for example, history and culture, we can take a look at this. Look at some of these worlds. Uh, this is beautiful, city of Florence, Baghdad. So students, um, typically led by a teacher, but students basically created a whole world to teach about history and culture of, for example, the Chinese Tang Dynasty, or the city of Florence, or the round city of Baghdad. So you can actually explore these cities already. And not just that, there's actually a lot of games already. So if you look at, for example, social emotional, there's a lot of games. This is the Mindful Knight. It's actually a game where you play as a knight. You do some tasks and something happens. You can play with these games yourself. Yeah, there's a lot of resources. I just want to tell you that there are some pre-built resources, just to let you know, so you can get started with, I guess. But typically for our classes, we advise you to start a new map from a template called Blocks of Grass. Blocks of Grass is a sandbox, meaning an open world, so you start from nothing. So once I load up the page, you'll see that it's completely empty. The reason why we do that is because you can start building anything you want on that sandbox, in that sandbox. So we can create our own world without any limitations. You know, if a lot of these seeds, they call them, already have, you know, mountains and villages, it's kind of messy. So we just want to start it really clean. We can generate our own mountains and villages ourselves. We can create that ourselves. But yeah, we usually just start with an empty world. So just give me a few seconds. It should load up my empty world. There we go. So since you guys are very familiar with the controls, no doubt, I am just going to briefly go through the controls so those who don't know the controls can just, you know, follow along. So on the keyboard, you can also play this on the iPad, by the way, or any Android device. So it's available on the computer and the Android device or the iPad. But on the computer, it's WSAD. Like most computer games these days, we can move around with our WSAD. W to move forward, S to move back, A is left, D is right. So we're going to build a small little house. To open our inventory, it's pressing E. So this is our little inventory. Before I move on, I just want to show you these chemistry items that I talked about. So you can take a look at these categories. We have construction, which is your, you know, your house materials usually, your equipment, your items. So in items, you can see this chemistry. So if you guys are familiar with some chemistry stuff, we can create elements. You know, we can use a brewing stand to create, using elements, we can create like, I can't think of any example right now, but you can create different bonds, different element bonds. So for example, we have this element constructor. So it's going to create an element. If you're familiar with any chemistry, so one proton, one electron will create us a hydrogen. So what we can do with the hydrogen, for example, we can make water out of it, we can make gas out of it, all sorts of different things. You can make balloons, you know. I don't have time to cover all of that today, but yeah, so there's balloons, glow sticks, really cool things. You can tie a balloon to this sheep and then they'll fly up in the air. It's really, really cool. So you should check it out on your own time, I guess. So again, let's build a quick house just to get familiar with the controls. So over here, let's go back and click on oak wood planks. Let's get some glass. So these are typical house materials. Don't forget, we need a door. To look for a door, maybe you can click on this search icon and type in door. So there's all sorts of doors. There we go. So let's build a quick house. We're going to lay down the foundation, you know, the walls. Okay, so it's right click to put down. left click to destroy. So if I messed up over here, I can destroy it with left click. Righty. So let's get this sheep out the way. Okay. So we're just going to quickly build a house. So if you're quite new to Minecraft and you're not too quick with the controls or navigation, that's okay. It's just getting used to it. I've been playing Minecraft for about 10 years. So I'm kind of used to the controls. I won't say I'm too good at building. I mean, I have some great creations, which I wish I could show you right now, but won't because I don't have time. But I have many cool creations that I've built over the past 10 years. Maybe I could show it to you sometime. But anyway, so we are just building a quick house with a glass window. And of course, if you take a look on the left-hand side of my screen, it's fly up, fly down with shift. We can, navigate the 3D environment with this. Okay. So we're going to talk about some Minecraft Education Edition's special items. So these are exclusive items only for this version. Let's take a look at a couple of them. So we have a camera. Yeah, you can take a picture in Minecraft. Portfolio, which is all the pictures are going to be saved to this portfolio. And then we have board. So there's actually like at least 20, maybe even 30, maybe even more special items in Education Edition. But we're just going to talk about some quick ones today. This sheep wants to go to my house. I'll let him in. Okay, never mind. So a camera, yeah. So you can take a picture in Minecraft now. So you can right-click to take a picture with it. So here's the picture. And you can also place this camera down on the ground and then right-click it to take a selfie. So you can move around, the camera will follow you, and it's a selfie. So for example, I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to right-click it, and you can take a selfie with a sheep, my new friend. Yeah. So if you open up the portfolio, you can take a look at all the pictures you've taken. You can put on a caption, like Instagram, if you're familiar with Instagram. This is my new friend. Yeah. And also a board. So a board is like a chalkboard that you might have in a classroom. So we're going to put a board down. So you can say something like, so this board is really big. Typically, I use this for like maybe I'm creating a adventure game with Minecraft Education Edition, you know, a puzzle game, for example. So we can use this board to give people instructions. So welcome, adventurer, to start your quest. Talk to Bill. There we go. So we have to talk to Bill. And who is Bill? So we have this item called an NPC. So I'm sure everyone here has played some sort of game before, at least one game, including Minecraft. So an NPC is also known as a non-playable character. So these are the characters, your shopkeeper is a non-playable character. Your quest giver is a non-playable character, also known as an NPC. So basically, people in the game where you don't control. So the shopkeeper or the villagers, they're just chilling, hanging out there. So NPC. Let's take a look at one now. So this is a special item in this version. So like I said, if you want to create adventure maps or stories, this is just a perfect tool to do that. That's why Minecraft Education Edition is so good at creating stories. For example, NPC. Before we put down the NPC down, we have to do something really quick called going into World Builder mode. I'm just going to do that quickly. Okay. So in World Builder mode, we can put down NPCs. Okay. So that's 3 of them right here. So let's say I want to change this name. So I can right-click the NPC, can change this to Bill. So now its name is Bill. Maybe we can change the skin, the appearance. Let's say Bill is this bee fella. I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be, do you get it? Because it's a bee. Anyway, so this guy, this NPC can do a whole lot of things. So we can give it advanced settings, which we won't go into, but the idea is that you can give it commands. So for example, if I talk to Bill, Bill's going to give us a book, or Bill's going to give us a sword. Bill's going to give us an item. We can do commands like that, or Bill's maybe going to teleport us to somewhere else. But what we want to do is also add in a dialogue. So over here you can see, hi, my name is Bill. Welcome to the world. That's a bit funny, but yeah, you get the idea. So now, so whoever joins your world, who is playing your game, has this Bill to talk to. So the Bill, Bill might give him a sword to PvP. PvP means player versus player. I'm sure a lot of you know what that is. You just, attack each other and fight each other. Yeah, my name is Bill. Welcome. Yeah. Yeah, so that's NPC. Again, there's a lot of other items. We won't go through all of them today, but all these items are supposed to help you, tell a story or educate other people about something, or even creating a game, which is what I like to do. I like to create games. Yeah, so that people can play. Yeah, so that's basically it for the items in Minecraft Education Edition. We're going to talk about coding, which is the most important part. To go into the coding menu, I'm going to press C. So so can I get a raise of hands who has done Scratch before? Scratch, Tinker, something like that? There we go. Yeah, a lot of people have. Yeah. Oh, it seems like everyone has. Yeah. So Scratch is, really a strong program to teach programming, to learn and teach programming. So it's really, really strong. But Minecraft, I would say, is more dynamic, as in you can see all the changes in the 3D world, so it makes it more fun. Let me just give you a quick example. So normally when you start the game, start the editor, you're on this page. Today we're going to focus on something called Microsoft Make Code. So there's a different editor called Tinker Editor, which you might have heard of before as well. This one is to create like mods. Yeah, okay, some people have. But we're going to focus on Make Code for today. So let's just do Make Code. We're going to start a new project. So I'm going to call it Chicken Rain. So what we're going to do, in case the title doesn't explain, we're going to make it rain 1,000 chickens. Okay. So I just want to briefly tell you about what this is. These two are known as event blocks. Okay. So in Scratch, you have an event block like on sprite clicked, for example, or on green flag clicked, then something's going to happen. That's called a event block. These are also the event block. These are triggers, right? So if I click on play, it's going to run the codes inside here. So right now there's nothing inside here, so it's not going to run anything. On the other hand, we have on-chat command run. So if I type in run, it's going to run those codes that is inside this little slot, but there's nothing in here right now. So right now we're just going to focus on chat command run. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. So let's say we are spawning a lot of chickens, right? So let's go to mobs. Okay, we're going to spawn 1 chicken. Okay, so let's say I want the chicken to spawn 20 blocks above me. So in a 3D environment, such as Unity, Roblox Studio, Minecraft, there are 3 coordinates as opposed to 2. In Scratch, there's 2 coordinates because it's 2D. In 3D games, there's 3 coordinates, X, Y, and Z. So the main thing to take away is that the middle one is the Y, which is the height. So let's change this to 20. Let's say I want the chicken to spawn 20 blocks above us. Okay, I'm going to click on play, and then I'm going to type in run. Okay, So there, we have one chicken. Great. We have one chicken that has spawned. And there we go. So let's say I want more than one chicken. So how do I do that in codes? You guys know? Maybe you can type it in the Q&A. So let's say I want more than one thing. What do we do that? What do I call that? Let's say I want 2 chickens. I want 100 chickens. I want 1,000 chickens. What do you call that? Anybody know? Ellie or Eli says use a repeat block. Exactly. So we are supposed to use a repeat block. So this is a very core concept in all programming languages. We need to repeat something. We want to repeat something if we want multiple instances of whatever we want. So I want more than one chicken, so we use something called a repeat block. And to find a repeat block, it's in something called loops. So there's such a thing called a forever loop, right? So we're gonna make it repeat forever. That's gonna be too chaotic for me right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and use repeat. So let's say I'm gonna repeat it 200 times. I hope it doesn't lag my computer. But on chat command run, I'm gonna repeat 200 times and make sure that this block is inside this repeat, so it knows that it's repeating everything that's inside, which is just this for now. There we go. So repeat 200 times chicken. Let's take a look at what happens. Okay, you guys ready? So let's type in enter and run the code. And here we go. Repeat 200 times. We have 200 chickens all of a sudden. There we go. I think my noise is turned off, but it's really noisy right now. Oh, with all the chickens. So yeah. Cool, huh? So we've got a lot of chickens. Of course, we can change the animals. We don't have to spawn chickens. We can spawn cows, pigs, all sorts of different animals. We can even spawn, you know, our mobs, monsters. So we can spawn, let's take a look. The usual, creepers, zombies, you know, anything really. Drown. Most of the monsters are available in Education Edition as well. Yeah, so that's about it for this project. I'm gonna move away because it's kind of noisy over here. I'm gonna move away from that. Let's do it one more time though. It's kind of fun. There, yeah. So 200 chickens again. It's raining chickens. Yeah. Cool, huh? One more quick project before we finish this coding part. Let's say so that's fun, right? It's teach you about what a repeat loop is, what a loop is. But let's say I want to build something in Minecraft Education Edition, or in Minecraft in general. So there's a couple of ways to build big structures. For example, I'm going to drag out on chat command. On check command 1, just keep it short and simple for now. On check command run. What do I want to do over here? So we can go to blocks, and we are going to, let's say, fill an area with a whole lot of grass blocks. So let's say I'm going to build a little 5 by 5 by 5 area with grass blocks. Let's see how that works. So I'm just going to fly over here and press 1. Oops, I'm kind of stuck in here. There. So it fills up the whole area with blocks. So you can see how you can build big structures like pretty fast, right? So this creates a grass block instantly from one simple little code. Of course, we like to have some fun over here. So maybe we can try this item called TNT. I'm sure you guys know what that is. Instead of having it fill, we can also choose a couple of properties. Over here, we have a hollow. So meaning that, I'll show you. So over here, type in 1. So it will fill up this area with TNT. And it's not just TNT all around, it's hollow inside. So you can see how I can build like a big office building or a big school building with just one code. Instantly appear like a, you know, like a building, a hollowed out building to for a school or office building. Okay, so let's blow it up. How do we blow it up? Flint and steel, right? All right, so yeah, are you ready? Yeah. Yeah, so you can see how coding is fun. We're learning about, you know, all these different terminology, right? Uh, repeat loops. We learned about logical sequencing, okay? A lot of math related stuff. Functions, which is another important thing in regular syntax programming. Syntax meaning typing. So the good thing about Minecraft Education Edition block programming is that you can also do JavaScript. So for students that are maybe more advanced, you know, you're very confident in Scratch, for example, you can take a look at the JavaScript. So what JavaScript is just syntax, meaning instead of using blocks, we're using typing, a lot of typing. So for most students, I think we use block, just, you know, it's easier and does the same thing. But if you're up for a challenge in terms of syntax, you want to move on to the next level, this is still a great program. You can use JavaScript version to learn about JavaScript or Python to learn about Python. But yeah, typically we just stick to blocks because it's just the easiest interface for most students. Okay, so yes, Mary Miller, if you have any questions, feel free to throw it in the Q&A. Yeah.